holds just under 70,000 spectators, and they've come out in full force for this one. A fantastic atmosphere here in Minneapolis. Today we've got what's always a hard-hitting battle in the NFC North, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Minnesota Vikings. The kicker, Will Reichert, has the ball on the tee. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They're led onto the field by the former Cal Bear and the #1 overall pick in 2016, Jared Goff.
And at one point, the ascension of Jared Goff was really, really strong. Back-to-back Pro Bowls, took his team to the Super Bowl, and came really within one quarter of winning it. But since that time, he's had bouts of inconsistency, and that's been the struggle for him as he tries to get back to the form he showed earlier in his career.
A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And only in the first quarter, so they better get a ring out a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, exactly right. What's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 3. They'll go again with Gibbs. 20, 5, touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs, 49 yards. And the Lions need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead.
But earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Extra point forthcoming. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was all capped off by a touchdown run from Jahmyr Gibbs. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together. That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. So the completion good for just 3. And it's 2nd down. The touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Third and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. To the air with McCarthy. And it'll find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A pickup of 27. And they pick up the first down in the process.
First and 10.
Kind of a dangerous throw there. He's off balance when he gets rid of it. But this is all about a quarterback knowing what he can get away with. And that time, it turns into a completion and a healthy gain as well.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Second and 7. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Pass complete to Naylor, right side. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 13-yard line. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
They'll run wide side with Jones. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
A lot of people call it a toss, a probing play, to see what they can get against the defense, to see how they adjust and react. Their probing's working pretty well. That was a very nice run.
Second and 5 from the 8. Again, it's Jones. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
McCarthy operating from the gun. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Hope the drive continues.
Brandon, that's a gamer move right there. Facing third down, steps up, calls his own number, and nearly makes the house call. If I'm the coach, I let him take another one right here. Give him a chance to be the first one to hit the end zone after that effort he just gave him.
And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down. Now McCarthy. This is caught. Touchdown, Vikings. T.J. Hawkinson from a yard out. And the Vikings are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved in the quarter. Found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
The extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it was T.J. T.J. Hockenson, who finished the drive with a touchdown reception. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
These two teams all tied after one. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it facing a second and long situation. A shotgun snap for Goff. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on third and long.
On third down, here's Gibbs. And he'll take this one only up to about the 21. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a fourth down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here first and 10. They'll start out here with the option left. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
From the 33, here's a 2nd and 8. Throwing is McCarthy to Jefferson on the slant. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it makes it third down and 2 yards to go.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
He lets one go deep for Addison. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3 and out.
So on fourth down, Ryan Wright on to punt for Minnesota. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Lions will take over. Detroit's offense ready to take over. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The tackle made there by Harrison Smith. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
To throw is Goff. Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Now a 3rd and 6. Now Goff. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Price now to return. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. And now out comes Minnesota. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Here's McCarthy. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. Looking to throw McCarthy. He'll try and do this himself. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
No surprise to see a sideline fired up by that big play. Heck, we're fired up, but we're supposed to be neutral. That's a quarterback putting his body on the line to fight and just barely get the first down. When he does something like that, it gets everyone ready to lay it all out there.
And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
It's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave.
Jack Campbell with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Yeah, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
The Lions now taking over late in this first half. And now they start in plus territory following that turnover as they'll try to get some points here before halftime.
We've been teaching for years with the reputation for being strong but best. But on November 2nd,
On 1st and 10,
he's
here's
just close to
Gibbs.
Semester Grade,
And he'll get inside the 35.
good news.
Get credit to the
That
defense
grade
for
for his
stringing
academics
that
came
play
in
out
quick.
and
With a failed
gave
start
him no
in
comeback
26.
angle. You know he's trying to dart
Most
through.
mothers
No place for him to go.
Most
A
mothers
nice
set up
job
grade
there,
stock
only
for the
giving up
meeting
a
of
3-yard
academic
gain.
performance. They
Second
checked
and
over,
7,
third
operating
and
from the
2, made a couple
34.
of throws, and then,
Out of the gun,
that was it.
Goff.
The meeting went well for all three of them. Each played up.
Pass caught.
Each
It's
individual went back to
Williams.
their hand, except the grade.
Lions now going to use
On
the
the very
second of
work
their
of the
timeouts
pass in something
as they'll stop
although
it with a
people
little
seem
over
to
30
wait
seconds to go
to
in the
go high.
first half of play.
Out in the front. He proceeded to smash her in the face with a baseball bat as hard as he possibly could. It paused here for a second. You see, ever since Neil had failed his class in college, Other students reported that
So the
teams
ball down to
slowly
the
make
16
jokes
here for
about Vader
1st and
that
10.
suddenly disappear. These jokes slowly evolved into intentions from one of the first questions
Now it's
in
gone.
Google in regards to its students should be given
Finding
automatic
Williams
passing
once more,
before
complete.
teach their pass away
The Lions quickly now going to
as
use the
reasons.
last of
Fair
their
chance that was
timeouts
enough to create more of a team.
as they'll stop it
Other
with
students
27
very good
seconds remaining here in the second
very
quarter.
and ridiculously stupid mission to the pizza and blue bread. This week, you could probably guess what happened. Goodell played in what has no obstructed penalty that has been the game for the
Second and
baseball.
3 from the
Each
9.
partisan field. Although you would assume that this painful atrocity was over, the two students didn't stop there.
Here's
Not
gone.
handed the bat over to Goodell because he was still alive. They kept hitting her over and over again, fracturing her skull and taking aggressively down.
Away from the pocket. The officials
Right
start
before the
looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. The tight end in motion right. They'll fake the give. Now gone. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. Oh, he's brought down, and we now hear no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1. So we are deadlocked at the break here, and the EA Sports halftime report starts it.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hansen here with an abridged version of the halftime report. Both offenses still trying to find their way. Tight, competitive game, though, as we are tied at the half. To find out who will come out on top, let's rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Maden and Charles Davis.
The games begin. First things first, all the good penalties. So let's unplug the batteries get to work. The batteries
Scott, thank you very much. We are ready to get started here with the second half. Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score.
You should be able to just lift this up and now. God, I'm scared. It's like,
He returns this to the
like
22.
kind of, but it's like, if I'm breaking it,
Vikings
it was too
offense
brainy.
set to go to work to begin this third quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
All right,
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change our mind. We didn't even close to our best in the first half, so
I'm genuinely like
I'm
just scared I'm going to
play
break.
our best
It's
football.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That felt like a
Come
trap
on, I
because
can't
it
figure
looked to me
how
like the
things up.
opposing
Okay, I
front
can't
was
see the
on
connection
map
for that.
from the
Instead, we're
get-go.
going to
They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Second and 9
every
now.
day, I mean, what their biggest like regret is. So I'm hoping to learn from others so that I won't have any life regrets when I'm old
What we're
and
seeing so
wrinkled.
far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels.
What is
doing
your
jobs
biggest
in tandem.
regret?
The back helping the front. The pressure got home on that last play.
Very
They
wise
forced him to
words.
try and throw
What
through
is your
contact
biggest
and
regret?
short of the sticks.
What is your
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this pass broken up.
biggest regret is grammar?
Attack well timed there. And now 4th down.
Why is grandma your biggest regret?
Play, no flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion.
Perfect. Okay, very nice.
With a 3 and out.
Well, here's Ryan Wright now as he'll punt it away for the second time.
What? Oh, okay. No regret.
Well, they
Right on
just
the
keep
30.
off
Why did you throw it off the building?
Goes 4-5 on the return.
I try to get
And they will
everything
take over 1st and 10. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half.
fine.
And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because
Really? Like
everyone
what?
has someone assigned to how did each play work.
You can't tell me.
Okay, what did
They're
we use
down
that
the
kind of
phone.
worked for
And the
us during
underwear
this
was
game?
accidentally
Try and get
put-
back to some of those plays,
I
as
just
well
do it.
as
I'll be like
the
coming outside
possibility
today,
of showing
spending
something you
time
haven't shown
on things
already in
that
this game and trying to
Moving
change
out of
things
my
up.
own country.
We'll see if they
I
take
don't
the
think I
advice
have
of
any
Mr.
regrets in
Davis.
life. Whatever happens, happens.
Goff now looks
I
to
feel like
throw.
I tend to dim myself down
Quick
for
here, it's
people
complete.
and not like give them my full honesty when it comes to bigger things. Well, that's a sport that I've been doing my whole life. I've been doing judo since I was like 6. And really said, not trying hard in school.
Not trying harder in my first year of university.
They've been stuck in neutral much of the
Wait,
game.
what you said?
Perhaps
What's my biggest regret?
confidence the
It's
big plays
probably
are out
when
there.
I made a video asking 100 girls on a date because
First
I've
carry
never
now
been to
for
first
David
date.
Montgomery.
And I don't know how to do this. What is your biggest regret?
Good feeling. This will be coming back.
Not looking forward to doing like university and my last straight out of school and not getting any break to enjoy my early 20s.
Up until your mid-40s, your life mostly revolves students, but now it's time to do girls who have a space for them.
That's completely right side. It's to Sloan.
Well, actually, I don't have any big regrets. But the thing is, my job, I'm from Germany, so I have to never be writing.
Moving out
You
of
enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz it because
situation,
if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He
How
reads
many not moving
defenses
out
so
of
well,
the
doesn't he?
center,
He really
not
does,
taking
and
the
the best
first
part
step
about
or learning
that play for
something?
him,
What is your biggest
that
regret?
was his primary target.
I don't think so.
I don't
I think he had the read.
Not putting in enough time to learn something from you.
To a secondary target. It's a
we
really
don't
nice game.
have a different and maybe better
Taking across midfield before
My
going
biggest
out of
regret,
bounds. They get
maybe
11
is
back
that
on that one and leads to third down.
I haven't studied a lot of
His
biology
size,
in
he's a
my
smaller back.
high
He
school.
can get into
Not having
football.
kids.
He can kind of
Or
get
goes down
lost,
the
make
shitter,
someone
but you
miss.
bounce
It's
back
good for
and
him.
figure
Yeah, it's
it
great
out.
for him.
Older,
I like
more
what you
tired.
said there.
I
Sometimes he
should
gets
have been
lost in the traffic a little bit,
I
but get him out in the open
didn't-
field into some
Nothing. I
space.
see that
That
progress.
plays to his
It's
strengths the
our
best.
job
It
finishing.
keeps him
Taking
out there
things
where all the
way
big
too
boys are,
seriously.
you know,
I don't
making
have.
some miss
I've
in the
been
open
able
field.
to settle down, forming a career, and are now entering his life.
This is my first trip alone. I'm 40, so my biggest regret is that I didn't do it before.
You're 40.
A nice throw there, and they're really putting
Okay,
together
thank you.
a
So
good
I'm
drive.
like day to day,
I lost contact with my friends.
not traveling more.
Traveling more when I was younger.
Not going to university. My biggest regret was maybe not going after the things that I wanted for careers.
What was I
He's
doing?
going to be stacked up right at the line of
I don't think I
scrimmage.
have any regrets.
Nothing there
I have
for
any
him.
regrets. Not
Second
going to
down.
university. Not pursuing my
That makes
education
sense
in
because they've
architecture.
been throwing it well on this drive. And
What
once
is your
again, they showed
biggest
passing
regret?
formation, showing the shotgun.
My biggest regret,
They ran out of it. That's a
when
nice
I
play by
started.
them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
My biggest regret is thinking that my government is going to provide for me a comfortable and reasonable environment to live in. That's my biggest regret. I believe that, and it hasn't materialized. I've been disappointed
Trying
in
to
every
get their
corner.
tight end
Thank
involved
you.
finally. That's the first
You
time
wish
that they
you
looked
lived
his way.
somewhere
He's
else?
kind of been a forgotten man in this
No, I don't
offensive
wish
scheme.
anything.
Yeah, didn't look
I'm
his
just
way at
answering
all
your
in the
question of
first
regret.
half, and I'll bet you
Fair
the
enough.
offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him
Honestly, I
involved
have no
because
regrets.
he could be a
I'm
big-time
scared to
playmaker
follow
for
my
us.
things, not having spent as much time as I would have with family.
Not playing that business in the Cayman Islands when I had the opportunity to do it, because I'd be there and the time was supposed to hear about it. I don't have any. When I was a teenager, had an opportunity to work with my cousin and uncle for a summer, and I did not choose to take that opportunity. I don't have any regrets. I don't really have any regrets. I really feel that everything that happens is for me, not investing in pension, not traveling more when I was younger, not retiring early. Customer once told me it's better to retire early than too late. I'm not able to travel. I don't have any biggest regrets. Let's figure out what you want and just go for it. After 65 years on Earth, we don't have time to reflect on our life experiences. It's responsible by what we're doing. I really don't have any regrets. At my age, I lived a good life.
So this game tied at the half, but we are tied no more. A touchdown there on the opening sequence in this third quarter.
It ended up being as an advisor by the player.
I didn't understand my 15-year-old son's mental health issues, and
Now they're feeling good about
So
their
sorry to hear
chances here
about
in the second half.
that would be my ultimate biggest regret, that I didn't understand how to get him help.
Not finishing university.
Now
Getting
for the
around,
point after.
doing more things, you know. Can never get enough of that. Not going to university.
To be absolutely honest, happy that it said he won on the line well. Regretted not doing this or that. It's futile.
Not trying hard for school. I could have moved to Holland for a job, but I didn't go. And
Cutting babies up.
And they'll
You just
start
do
this
that.
drive just
Do not
across the
drag.
30.
Take
Nice
that.
work on the return.
not become an architect.
Despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays that puts
Only
them in
boys
the
could
air
sign
and
for that
allows
class.
for them to have some success.
Never going to Africa on the safari. I didn't find out all the things they were able to do. I just went into a family thing that was just sort of automatic. I could say that.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the
Usually my
danger man
husband.
coverage is if
Sure, he
you're
was a
locking
great
down
guy.
your target,
He sure
you
was.
often turn your back
Instead
to the
of
quarterback
sticking with some
and you don't
guy,
see
I
him.
probably should have done more
Sometimes you'll leave a
traveling.
big lane
I
for him
think
to hit
it's
you from big
great.
yardage, and that was an astute
Not
play by him to scramble
going
out
to
and
Australia. I came to Canada in 1966. I stayed here, but I wanted to go to like New Zealand and Australia.
Never been to Australia
figured out how to
since.
create
New
space for the
Zealand.
running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
Okay. What is your biggest regret?
Yeah.
So they'll
What
get
is
a
your
little
biggest
extra time
regret?
to come up with his third down play as we play 3 quarters.
Yeah,
We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Okay.
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the fourth.
So far, so good.
Third down from the gun, McCarthy.
What is your biggest regret?
And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything to hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up fourth down.
Oh, this defense knows. Fourth quarter, they need to make a play. That one was ripe for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ball game, but it winds up
There's still
incomplete.
time. Okay, perfect.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. The Lions offense and Jahmyr Gibbs headed back onto the field. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter.
This is going
The
to
Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
I told the Chinese
They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Goff. Locates Williams along the sideline. Pass is complete. Only able to gain a couple there. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the time patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Goff now looking to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gibbs. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up fourth.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Minnesota's offense takes over possession. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Absolutely.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
It's the first chance he's had to sit alone.
McCarthy is set to throw it. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson.
He's the epitome of what we call a move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
He's out of bounds behind the line.
By the next slide. 1 minute.
Here's Ryan right now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Yeah, Detroit back in possession of the football. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first down, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is 2nd and less than a yard. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And when you're in a 1-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football in the places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. Goff going to keep it himself. And he is going to have a Lions first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Second down and 8. In motion, the tight end. Gone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football
back. Absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Now Goff. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard
line. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a play fake, and it's gone. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. From the 50, it's Goff. Finds Gibbs on a check down. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 26.
That's another Detroit Lions first down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Now Goff. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the 4th quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
Extra point attempt here still to come. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And makes it across the 20 as hit the 23-yard line. So all eyes on this Vikings offense. Down by 2 touchdowns. 1:09 to play. Throwing is McCarthy. Open man is Naylor. He's got it. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
They come up now on 2nd and 2. To the air with McCarthy. That's caught by Addison. Here's 1st down. Looking to throw McCarthy. Throw out wide is incomplete.
It was pretty difficult to sum it up offense in a 2-minute drill. When your guys have struggled to put points on the board all afternoon, there's an incompletion right there.
Now a 2nd and 10.
We got to go back to the very beginning.
McCarthy going to throw again. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
And now defensively in the 2-minute drill, the big key to me, make sure you understand your assignments, and anytime you get a chance to tackle someone in bounds, get them on the ground.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. Here's McCarthy. The throw out wide going to be incomplete.
A lot of practice time, a lot of thinking goes into 2-minute drills, even on the defensive aggressive side, so now you want to make sure the guys understand. Continue to be aggressive, but make sure you're smart in doing so.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. Well, on one side of this, Charles, an impressive victory. On the other, I mean, you think about it, they scored in the first quarter, but then they didn't score in quarters 2, 3, or 4. They're going to have a lot of work to do before stepping back on the field.
Yeah, it'll be an interesting tape to analyze, won't it? Because why did it work in the first quarter, but nothing in quarters 2, 3, and 4? So when we talk about adjustments, you don't just wait till halftime. You do it series to series. They'll be working on that in preparation for their next game.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaughan. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Minneapolis, so long, everybody.
That video hit the front page of Reddit, and for the first time ever, friends and family were calling me saying, dude, your video just popped up on my phone. And that was the moment Sign Guy was born. After that, I changed my name to Sign Guy and launched a website where people could customize and order their own stuff. Overnight, it exploded. The shop started getting like 50 orders a day, and during the holidays, that jumped to 300 to 400. My friends and family finally realized it wasn't a joke anymore. They had 80 million followers after 3 years, 50 on YouTube in just 1. That's 500K subs of month. Brand deals started with, I'm talking NFL, NHL, Hulu, HBO, Fortnite, Call, Candy Crush, Hulu. It was insane. And then the signs start showing up in the hands of celebrities. I'm talking Jake Paul, Taylor Swift, Puka Nakua, Micah Parsons, QPP, Crew Train, and so many more. But the sign that's really put me on the map, Big Cities Boulevard. This video alone got over 150 million views, and it's still the most popular song. The recognition, the creativity, the money. It felt like I had created something out of nothing. And for a while, I was unstoppable. But with all that success came pressure. Crippling pressure. I had to keep moving, keep creating, with millions of people watching. My schedule was brutal. I'd be at the sign shop from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m., go home, and then edit until 11. That's a 14-hour day for a year straight. But the hardest part wasn't the time. It was the weight of that. The last year of the Sign Guy, you can see it in my face. I was tired. Honestly, it pushed me into depression. There were days I didn't feel it. And nights I couldn't sleep because I didn't understand why I felt the way that I did. And if I'm not the Sign Guy. It felt like I reached the dead. What?
Oh yeah, that hurts my head.
Huh?
I said, oh yeah, that hurts my head.
Sorry.
What's trying to do?
Maybe if you're not feeling good, try and call out of work. It doesn't matter if you have a fever or not, you're still not feeling good.
Let's see. Oh my gosh.
Try your best to call out of work, and if you can't, then you can't.
months without coaching, just trying to figure out my life. I barely left the house, and it felt like I lost my identity. But that 2-month break, as brutal as it was, it saved me. Because I realized something important. I've been making sign content for everybody else, not for myself. So I asked myself, what's life? Fashion. I love clothes, cooking. I love food and cars. I love building and drifting cars. Can I please just do 10 nuggets and barbecue sauce? Nope, that's it. So I decided I would still make signs. Not because I had to, but because I wanted to. Because of this, I'm diversified. The sign guy taught me how to make content, taught me how to tell stories, and really taught me how to create something from the...
See, hey, I'm not feeling good today. I think I'm coming down soon.
It's been 327 days since I put a sign together. It used to mean something again. It sounded groovy.
You know who that is? That's insane. Yeah, I'm watching, yeah. I'm watching the video while he disappeared. How do you know who that is? Really? It looks like you deleted all his videos on TikTok too. Oh no, I didn't.
His videos are not posting it.
No, he does. He's still posts. He's just not famous anymore.
It's pretty. It's not problem. Like my top cover, the dangly stuff and the broken subwoofer. Today, I'll fix the dangly stuff. So what is this dangly thing? And my girlfriend, I got Pokemon cards for I'm going to parties. I'm going to parties. We're going to stay. We're taking each other out. Let's get it right. These lessons are with you forever, and I hope that you could learn from them too. Today, my videos are about life, building cars, drifting, fashion, cooking, moving houses, and girls, but I'll never forget what I did. The sign guy, you will always be a part of me. When people see my videos, I want them to feel nostalgic. I want them to know you can do anything to set your mind to. And don't let other people determine your happiness. Your life is yours, and you are the main character. Life is not happiness. Do it for yourself, not for everyone. Because when you do it well, working hard, it can feel hard. I know changed my life. It gave me skills, I used forever. It gave me a career, purpose, and even focus. It's living on the path that you never did.
You texted it.
Yeah, I saw her wish list to be at coverage. I said, I still have.
whose responsibility?
It's someone for responsibility of creative. I just he's right.